Hear it?
I didn't. Ugh.
nobody will ever know besides us.
This is the only time they're ever going to hear us all laughing together as New Moon.
As opposed to me just flipping Brandon off, like on mute, just.
Hi.
Hey guys. Hey.
Hey everybody. Welcome to It's a Long Story, a place where we roll dice, we tell stories, and we just go fucking crazy before the countdown.
Fragile and emotionally tormented.
Yeah. Welcome. For those who are here in the new moon, everybody take a look at your camera, wave, and say, "K, what the hell?"
Okay, what the hell?
Hey, what the hell?
Okay. Hello.
I live on the pain. Let's do this.
Welcome. For those that have no idea what we are, hi, we are a D&D live stream that runs every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, having 5 parties living, existing, and breathing in the same homebrew world, the wonderful, beautiful world of Estera. Announcements. New Moon. This one right here. We're still looking for a player. So if you are interested, yeah, this might not be a good time to bring this up, but notice how happy we all were. So there's that.
Player's not as hurt as the characters.
Yes, exactly. Yes. And we're all drinking coffee or water, if anything. So if you were interested in joining, we are looking for a new player for our Tuesday night sessions. That'll be taking place every Tuesday night. Someone will be in it for the long haul. So if you are interested in jumping in, if you think that may be you, please go to this link right here, startplaying.games/GM/It's a Long Story. You'll see that spot open. I do recommend you message me first, just so that we can kind of just talk and kind of get a little introduction stuff, just make sure there'll be a good fit. As we've been running this campaign for about 2.5 years now. So, and the overarching campaign that is building from all of these campaigns has been running for 5 years now. So it's been a long run. So I want to make sure that you will feel as comfortable as possible in the creation and onboarding process and all that. So, but yeah, please reach out. Very excited to get New Moon back up to 6 again. So please check that out. The link is down there below. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's also in the video description, so you should be able to just kind of click it. Please reach out. Daggerheart. For those that don't know, we had our first foray into the new system. Just trying it out as kind of like a what we would deem now would be a 2-shot. Is most likely we'll be finishing it up this week. But yeah, we had last Saturday. It was awesome. It was great. Jack was in it. I think we had a lot of we had a really great time, and I think the system itself has a lot of strong points that I'm actually very excited to possibly delve into in the future. As Jack kind of said, it's still like to have a couple more sort of sessions in it to really kind of get a feeling of where the holes are, if any. But yeah, it was awesome. It was really cool. For those that have no idea, Daggerheart is the new TTRPG campaign game system designed to kind of put more, I would say, put a little bit more of the idea of the concept of your own character in your player hands, and allowing a little bit more freedom to be able to focus on how you do things, and then let the mechanics just be handled from a more, I would say, from an overall a little bit more simpler system. So it's really cool. I like it a lot. I really love the hit point system. The hit point system and the armor slot system is really cool. I think that's something that it absolutely, in my opinion, I can say with confidence at this point, I think they have a bar over D&D in that. Also, we had last Saturday, and she'll be joining us this week as well. We had someone who is brand new to TTRPGs, who'd never played one before at all, that started out as a wizard, and that's something in D&D that you can do, but it is a significant struggle. So it's nice to be able to kind of have a little more of a space to be able to branch out from that. But also, I would say, on the other side of it, it's not necessarily like Kids on Bikes or anything like that, where it is just kind of so open format. It does feel like there is, in my opinion, it does feel like there's enough rules on there that makes it feel like you're kind of following a system that is set before you, but in a way that's, I would say, a little less, not invasive, but a little less filled out than D&D, than 5e, I should say. I'm letting you guys know this because the Saturday game is full. We dropped back down to 6 players. The 7 player couldn't do it, so we're back down to 6, which is good. That's where we kind of wanted to start at, or that's where we were kind of keeping our games at, anyways. But if you are interested in playing, there's a lot of other start playing DMs on that same site, the site that I just put the link down to, that you could definitely jump in on one of their one shots and stuff like that. And you should at least be able to get an idea of the rule system and building into that. But yeah, it was a great time. I'm very excited for this Saturday too, to be able to kind of finish that up and then maybe take a little bit of break. Summer is a little hectic for me this year, so got to figure out some stuff before scheduling anything else in the future. So but yeah, check it out. Daggerheart, super cool. I think that's it as far as the announcement stuff. Besides, if you're wanting to support the channel, best way to do so is to like and subscribe where you're watching this, whether that is on YouTube or Twitch. You can also check out our Instagram and TikTok down below, right down there at itsalongstory_TTRPG. Also, this is a live stream. This is happening live. I don't know why I do that. That doesn't prove it. That doesn't prove that it's live, but in my head, it proves it to me. But does it really? Okay. Anyways, yeah. So you can always...
They can watch live. They don't have to watch recordings. They can be here with us.
That's right.
In a moment.
That's right. And that's what this means.
Yeah. That's what that means.
No one can read that. No one can read that, Kay. Can't read. No one taught me how to read. Matt, could you read that?
Okay,
That's right.
Prisha.
I can't.
Oh,
I can't. I don't know what's. Have we switched to Pathfinder tonight, or what is happening?
Yeah. So everybody, you have five
the
action tokens.
We're just gonna do our best.
The
refuse.
path is elevated. I've never run Pathfinder, gang. I'm sorry. I know there's things.
Well, we have to find the path and stay on the path.
And stay on the freaking path. So yeah. Anyways, feel free to jump in and say hi. Always love to hear from people, and we'll try to engage as much as I can. So, that is it. So before we jump into tonight's session with New Moon, we need to get a recap of where we left off with the party. So, Kay, please take it away.
Yeah. So last week, New Moon opened having a very important conversation with High Speaker Nazir. I'm sorry, New Moon minus Ada, who has gone MIA.
No, it's still New Moon.
Yeah, well, you right. So New Moon is having a conversation with High Speaker Nazir, where a lot of lore dropping happened that I am at this moment fuzzy on the details. It's a wonder I know how to read currently. But one of the big things that happened is that Titian made an official bid after Grian insulted Nazir's gods to basically wage war on the Roar in exchange for getting the rods together. Ada vanished from Zajar and left the city with Codex, and as the meeting with Nazir ended, the party kind of regrouped to see what their next steps were, and Ianthe tried to send a message to Ada and required Grian, Adim, and Titian's help to do so, harkening back to scrying on Prisha in the Feywild, where there was a lot of magical interference and it required some extra power. Ianthe, after being rebuffed by Ada in the probably bitchiest way possible, found out that Codex is undead. And Adim and Ianthe kept arguing and got Iskar in trouble because Adim basically told her boss that she was sleeping with one of the members of the 6 heroes on the job. And now Orzai is New Moon's very underprepared and bewildered translator / guide. And as the party I have Adim. The party tried to have a conversation about what they were going to do next, because there's a long laundry list of things to do, including fighting the Roar, finding Prisha, finding the rods, dealing with Ada and Codex, dealing with the massive lore drops that just keep happening, protecting Alyssa, all of that. And the party is soft splitting currently, if I remember correctly, with Titian wanting to talk to Adim, who is going to talk to High Speaker Nazir. Ianthe and I believe Grian are also looking to go find Iskar. And Ada was near Massetti. Where is she now? Who can say? I feel like that was a little all over the place. But
I can. She's in Massetti.
Okay. Well, she's near Massetti. Okay, great. I feel like that was a little all over the place, but that is what I've got.
Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you very much, Kay. Please take that point of inspiration so that you can use it to destroy New Moon from the inside out.
Ada hitting him with the had to do it to him.
Had to do it to him. Cool. Anything else to add, friends?
Probably should mention that we ended the last session with Daphne calling Ianthe to yell at her about.
Oh, God.
What did you do? That's right.
Joe completely fucking forgot about that. Great. Yeah. Yep.
So we're not starting with Ianthe. It's cool.
No, it's I know what happened. I just forgot. Be prepared.
Sorry, Daphne wasn't all that important to me, so I totally forgot.
I forgot to mention it when we were chatting earlier, and it just occurred to me.
Well, it's because the most interesting of Ashar's children are already, they're here already. So
I'm gonna fly halfway across the country and I'm gonna come fight you.
Me, who has only ever seen Daphne in like 2 scenes, and she was positively the worst in both scenes.
You just have to get to know her.
It's good.
I feel like that is the motto of New Moon. Just gotta get to know her.
Why the team likes her less, so.
Because no one's gotten to know her.
That's what it is.
And I imagine there's clearly reasons Ianthe likes her less too, and is it because she hasn't gotten to know her?
No, it's because I has gotten to know her
well.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's on that sweet spot. Get to know her a little bit, but not quite as much as. Okay.
You get to know her enough to send her a Christmas card, but not get invited to the Christmas party.
She's her twin sister. They grew up together. That she knows her pretty well.
Well, I'm saying the sweet spot for knowing Daphne is good enough to get a Christmas card, not good enough to get an invite. You know?
Interesting. A lot of things being said right now. I like it. You guys, oh boy. You guys want to play some D&D?
Yeah.
No, now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh.
No? Matt, you don't want to?
I thought you were about to
I think he
protest.
said ow.
Oh, he said ow?
I think so.
All right.
Oh, he's gone now.
Okay.
Set him off.
Just trying to run a stream here.
He's bringing me cough drops. Oh, he's not bringing me cough drops.
You're muted. Okay. All right. Cool. Great.
Yes,
Everybody, roll me a d20. Yeah.
13.
Yeah, I said everybody.
That means you two at home. You watching. You rolled
Yeah.
a
Everyone. Shout out to Gary Oldman for sponsoring tonight's session. Okay.
Guys, I rolled a free.
I rolled a 2.
Oh shit.
Oh,
That's-
I got a 10. Adeem's in the house with a low roll.
Hey, Kay, how
you're
old are
doing
you?
great so
I'm
far.
3 years old.
Ooh,
I rolled a 13.
You guys are
that's not real. That's not
unhinged.
candy.
Joe, it's gonna get so much worse.
I'm seeing it. I'm here. Green, what'd you get?
13.
We tied.
Tisha and Green, roll again.
9.
11.
Okay. Cool. Great.
Why is that funny? What is?
You're right. 9/11 is not funny. Circumstance.
Oh my god.
Are you kids ready to play or what?
Great question.
I can't separate you all more than you are right now. I can't. You're all geographic. I mean, maybe Chelsea and Matt. That's it.
Korean from Europe now.
Back to your home country. Get out of here.
Oh my gosh. All right. Titian and Adeem. You are waiting on an elevator.
Okay. I think
Go ahead.
the last thing Adeem said was, "Well, then talk."
Yep.
Adeem, I wish you would slow down for a second there, bud. I just been trying to speak at you for a second. Seems like you might. It seems like you're kind of in a weird space right now.
I take a deep breath. I put my hands to my sides and let them relax. I turn and face Titian directly and say, "I am standing in front of an elevator. I'm not moving. What do you want?"
What is going on with you? You're a little bit more prickly than usual.
Sorry.
I mean, don't be sorry. Just share. What's going on?
I need to talk to Nazir.
Okay, is Nazir the reason why you're upset, or is there something else going on?
There's lots going on. Have you noticed where we are? What's going on?
Yeah, we're surrounded by a bunch of genasi. Some of them are made of smoke. Some of them are made of stone and magma. And then I pointed at Dean. Some of them are made of assholes. But I'm just trying to figure out why.
I didn't know you were Genasi too.
That makes no sense. What are you talking about?
I turn and face the elevator, waiting for it.
Adim, I didn't want this to go rough. I'm sorry. I just
Ding.
wanted to.
Just open.
The door. I mean, you guys still have to go in, but the door opens and you guys come face to face with Grian.
Grian? Okay.
Hi, Grian.
Where
I walk by
you
into
go?
the elevator.
Where are you going right now, Grian?
You know,
I hit the door.
I was gonna go.
While they're talking, door closed. While they're talking.
I was gonna say I'm gonna visit
Okay.
the shrew, but I'm not
I
getting in
put
there.
my arm in between where the door will close to keep it from shutting while I talk
Yeah,
to
pretty. I would say pretty easy to do. Yeah, for sure.
I think I take a look at the room and I'm like, I was gonna take the elevator down, but I don't think I want to get in there right now. And I'm gonna grab Orzai by the hand, open my wings, and fall off the edge. Fly.
No. You're on the. They're on the first
On the
floor.
ground floor.
Oh, okay.
You made it to the
Back
bottom. Yeah.
Then I grab him by the hand and we're just gonna slink on past and be like, this is awkward.
Help.
Okay. By Orzai. Okay. I get on the elevator with the team.
Okay.
Fully.
Doors closed.
As
So
they're closing, I'll stick my elbow in. I'm like, is there anybody else you want to let in?
Actually, yeah. Oh, that's even better. I love that.
So we're done with the conversations outside because you want to talk to me, but when the elevator open, you want to talk to Grian.
do you want to put someone else in this conversation, Joe? Is that what you're wanting to do?
Well, so here's the thing. So it's a very busy building, and there's one elevator. So
If there's somebody about to walk on, Tishing wants to get them a look and intimidate them to not get on the elevator.
roll me an intimidation check.
Like, I literally want to just be like,
Oh. Don't roll on that one.
that's a 16.
Yeah, you're good.
I want to look at them and be like, next one will be better for you right now.
What are they saying? Wait, no. What are they saying before it closes?
They're saying, I have no idea what he's saying, but he terrifying creature.
He is very terrifying. In Primordial.
Adim, I'm trying to check in with you as a friend, as a colleague. What is going on here? I'm just worried about you, man. What is going on here? Like, what are you going to speak to Nazir about? How did the meeting with your dad go? What can you just share a little bit? Because it just seems like you're closing
We
off.
got an elevator ride, so which one do you want to hear about first?
How'd the meeting with your dad go?
Not well.
Do you want to talk about it? I'm here.
Apparently, I'm selfish. What else would you like to know? I'm sure you figured that one out by now.
No, I don't think you're selfish, but I mean,
Well, my father thinks differently. So, was there something else about the meeting with my father you'd like to hear about?
are you okay? I mean, do you want to?
Spent 19 years of my 19 years of my life without him. So I guess I'll be spending a few more.
But Adim is still. You can share if you want. I'm trying to be here for you.
Thank you. Told you what he said. That's how the meeting went. Not well.
Okay. So are you? But it doesn't seem like you're done with visiting him or visiting that area.
I didn't visit him. I visited my sister.
Oh, okay. How were they doing? Was that?
I don't know her very well, but she's interesting.
I mean, was she at least nicer to you? Not as much of a dick as your dad was?
She seems very welcoming.
Well, that's positive, right? Like,
Sure.
Adim, I don't know what you're going with. This is ground
I'm
I
not
don't
sure
know
a lot
much
about my
about.
sister or my father right now because they have differing views of what's going on with the rods, and I'm not really sure what's going on with that. I'd rather not drag you into that right now. And I certainly do not want you dragging into the fact that they have different ideas.
Well,
I
do
don't
you
want
want
you
to?
bringing that up outside this elevator with me.
Well, what can you not? I mean, we're all talking about the rods. Can you just tell me what you're dealing with? So that it's not just you holding this weight. I mean, you don't have to carry this by yourself.
I'm unwelcome by my father, but my sister seems to think I'm okay. I might have an amazing home on the elemental plane of water, but if I take it, I'm even more selfish than my father says I am.
Why would that make you selfish?
That goes back to the rods. So what else do you want to know, Tishan?
I'm just trying to talk to you, man.
There's not a lot I can say right now. Because quite frankly, and I say this with all the care I can, I do not trust New Moon to keep their mouths shut if they meet my father or my sister.
So what you're saying, what I'm really hearing there is that you just don't trust New Moon. You don't trust us.
No. I trust you guys with my life. I do not trust you guys not to let something slip. Case in point, why I'm talking to Nazir.
Why? So you're gonna go talk to Nazir about this?
Not about that, no. God, no.
What are you gonna go talk to Nazir about?
Something that you don't need to hear. I'd rather you did not join me, and if you do, I'll speak in primordial.
Adim, I can't force you to trust us. I can't force you to do anything here, but at some point you're going to have to decide if you're with us or not. And
Oh my God!
like,
If I'm with you or not,
yeah, if you're with us or not.
Time, even when I was deathly, and I mean deathly angry with you all, I spent my time following you around. I just don't trust you guys to keep your mouth shut about certain things.
Why would you follow us if you don't trust us? Why would you choose to be with us if you don't like us? Why fight with us if you don't have our back? If you don't trust us with all these other details?
You are conflating a whole bunch of stuff. I do like most of you. Not a really big fan of Ada right now.
You have a really weird way of showing it when you decide. You seems like you like us when you decide to like us, and under what conditions we are deemed to be likable to you.
No.
Yeah.
So take it away.
Okay, Mr. I don't want you coming to my kingdom. Mr. I don't want you coming to this weird secret meeting.
Not my kingdom. I've got a set of rooms.
Mr. I don't trust you with information, but I'll fight and die by your side. Talk about picking and choosing. Why can't you just... I'm not asking you to like us. I am asking you to be a little more open with us. But I'm asking you to just sort of, why are you with us if you don't like us? Why are you with us?
How long did it take you to talk to us about your afterlife?
What are you talking about, my afterlife? What are you talking about when I was hallucinating it in Dare's Wharf?
Yeah. How long did it take you to talk to us about that?
That really traumatic experience took about 48 hours to talk to you about, actually. And
I'm
pretty sure that weren't you there with me the whole time it was happening?
That's not what I'm talking about. It's not about me right now. That part of it. 48 hours. Give me 48 hours.
Adim, now you're negotiating with me?
No. Not negotiating.
What would you call this?
I'm saying you give me the freedom we gave you. I didn't dig into what you were thinking. I didn't do it. You didn't want to talk about it. I left it alone. Made sure you were safe.
Adim, I've come to you as a friend right here, and I've tried to. And I didn't want to go down this route. I am legitimately concerned about you.
Oh, so the asshole Genasi comment was you being my friend.
Now, the asshole Genasi comment was for you intentionally getting Iskar in trouble to get back at your sister.
How was I supposed to know there was some rule about them getting together?
You know, okay, I'm not the smartest one in this group, and I
Smarter
knew
than
that
me.
was something not to say in front of. You never tell the boss that their coworker's fucking one of the like people they're hired to help.
Not the way it worked on the pirate ship.
Like, bodyguards aren't supposed to get too close to who they're protecting, and you just blew their spot all the way up, man, and that's not cool.
That's why I'm talking to Nazir.
About Iskar?
No, not exactly.
You said you're going to be talking to Nazir about 3 different things by now. Are you going to have like a 5-hour conversation with him or something? What's going on here?
Takes so long.
Oh my god.
What do you want me to say? Do you want me to hug you and start crying? Like, what do you want?
Adim, I just hoped after that one fight we had way back when that there would have been some growth here. That's what I was hoping. I'd moved past it. I'd hoped that we'd got through here.
Adim gets icy.
Yeah.
There's a visible change to Adim's
Yeah.
interaction with you when you say that.
Yeah. I'm just going to finish out the saying. I just hoped that we'd gotten to a place where there was mutual respect, and if nothing, and maybe venturing on the side of friendship a little bit here. But I'm starting to figure out that maybe that's not the case. Maybe you just aren't interested in that, and then I'm just sort of wondering, what are you interested in?
Adim is just staring at you.
Is he staring at me like, can I throw an inside check to see how he's staring at me?
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, because I want to know, is he staring at me like he's like gobsmacked? Is he staring at me like he's about to punch me? That's a dirty 20, so I want to just know the emotional state of like, how is Adim mean mugging me?
He is not mean mugging you. Adim is with a dirty 20 or nat 20?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. With the dirty 20, he's clearly got a wealth of emotions right now that he does not know how to put into words.
Okay.
But he's not staring at you to mean mug you. He's not like about to attack you in the elevator.
Okay. But it's a complicated system, but none of them aggressive. None of them aggressive.
No.
Okay.
But none of the strongest ones are aggressive.
Okay.
Does it? Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. It doesn't seem like maybe there's a possibility that Adim is trying to stay in control on something that he's not really able to understand.
He's chosen silence because he can't get the words to work the way he wants them to.
Well, and above board, Tishian is pushing at Adim right now to try to get answers rather than what Adim has like locked and loaded. So Tishian is purposely trying to push past this layer of Adim, and that feels like he just did. Are you just going to stand there and look at me, or
I do think it'd be important to kind of like recognize with that dirty 20 on this, that I would say it's something that I think Tishian does recognize in this moment, that it's something that even if Adim wanted to explain, it might not be easy.
Gotcha.
And there's a choice of taking that inward or pushing that outward, and I think and obviously, Jack, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's a mixture of both there, of trying to figure out where to be.
All right. Adim, I'm just trying to... Like I said, I'm trying to meet you halfway. And I can't speak for anyone else. This is just me right now. And I am just trying to build a space for you in my life, man, and like I'm trying to keep you here. Like, and when I say that, like no one's pushing you away, but I'm trying to keep it where you're not pushing yourself away all the time.
The team is just looking at you for an uncomfortably long period of time, and then he just takes a breath and says, I appreciate that.
And the door's open.
Are you going to let me talk to Nazir by myself?
I can't stop you.
Deem's about to say something, and he just closes his mouth and nods, and he walks into Nazir's antechamber where the sand fell.
Yeah.
Or let me say, I won't stop you.
Yeah. Titian, do you stay on the elevator?
Yeah, I want to be in there. I want to be in there so bad with a team, but I don't speak primordial, and I just know a team would switch.
There's that antechamber before we get to
Right.
his office. Like you could still be on the floor with us. Like he's not walking directly into Nazir's office. He's got to through the sand elemental and then a set of doors to get to.
No, if I'm not gonna wait outside like I'm waiting for the principal's office. I'm gonna I'm gonna go back down the elevator. If Adim wants to be alone, I will give Adim his space. I feel like that's the thing Titian's really picked out from this is that Adim wants his space. What am I gonna do? Wait for you to get out of here and then keep peppering you with questions? I feel like we just had a moment.
What Adim expects.
Yeah. Adim would probably expect Titian to pester him. I'm going to do the opposite of that, and I'm going to walk away.
Okay.
The buddy system is not strong with New Moon right now.
No, it's not.
I will go down and walk the streets of Zajar.
Before you do, I think because you're rolling insight checks on something very specific, and I think I certainly don't want to. I want you to play your character in this moment, but I do think it's something that
I tried to give him enough. If you think I need to give him more, I will.
If I missed something, yeah.
I think it's not necessary that you miss something, but there is a thing that was specifically talked about during the moments. Actually, I'm going to say this. Titian, roll me a d20.
It's a nat 20.
That sucks. Okay. The DC is 20. Roll an insight check on yourself. I'm sorry, that's like the worst time to roll a nat 20.
An insight check on myself, that's a 9.
Okay. All right.
So does that mean that I'm not...
I will say because we don't really want the joy to leave a nat 20, I will give you advantage because of the nat 20, but it's still a DC 20.
So DC 20 insight check.
Yes.
I have to roll at least an 18 to get it then. All right.
Okay.
I wish you luck for whichever way it should go.
Nope.
Yeah, worth a shot. I think there's still a possibility that this might, this sort of thing might occur to you here, but not in this moment. You make a choice of saying you want to give Adim space here and thinking that would be best. And so you stay on the elevator. The doors close. And it starts to go down. We'll pause you guys there. Green. Where are you headed?
Based on prior decisions, I am headed to a shrew to see if our stuff is done.
Okay. It's
there
been
was no
less than
really-
24 hours.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Well, we didn't know how it was going to happen, and now our guide's gone, so...
Sure. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I'm saying that to Brandon. It makes sense for Grian to be like, I need to go somewhere.
Right. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, man. You
Yeah.
gave her like 16 hours. Like, back the fuck up.
Yeah. Cool. Give me a survival check. DC 10.
Oh, I rolled a 15 plus whatever my character sheet at his opening says.
Great. You head back to this sort of
30-20.
strange crystalline structure that I think, Grian, as you're thinking about the moments of tension that has been surrounding New Moon for past 24 hours, honestly, there is a weird sort of sense of looking at this building, this ruin, really. I mean, you still see there's broken crystal pieces that are, the size of, 5 to 10 feet boulders that are, marked here, but it is still something that is broken from the center of what once was. I think as you're moving that direction, there might be a moment of recognizing the strange sort of irony, personification of that. And that dirty 20, you see the first off, you see the opening where you see where the sort of like spirit-like creatures had gifted you with your clothes, and then further on down, kind of closer towards the back end, where you notice those sort of tears in space. You see the other sort of cave-like entrance.
Yeah. I think as I go through the entrance, I knock on the wall just to make that rapping sound of a knock.
Okay. I'm going to say, as you do that, you hoping that there might be some sort of reverberation that kind of comes through, and then nothing. It's very solid in its glass-like structure, but it doesn't seem like it's carrying any sort of sound. But you also notice there's no door here.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Miss Ishru, or Forge Master Ishru.
Are you walking in?
Yeah.
Okay. As you come in, you see that same sort of stained glass. At this point right now, really kind of having the colors reflecting in more of a, rather than a like solidified sort of color that is like taking the refracting light, you see that sort of black flame in the middle that is being molded and worked in front of Eshru, and you're seeing that even though this black flame seems to not have any light attached to it, it still seems to be changing and refracting the colors on the walls around it. And you see that there is a strange sort of centerpiece in the middle of it at this point, as you see her just kind of having her hands open. And not yet.
Oh, that's fine. I just wasn't sure how we were gonna contact you, or vice versa, or our guide has been replaced. This is Orzai. I'm sure you know him, but
Oh, you brought Orzai.
yeah.
Okay. I believe I said that you would know when it's ready.
Ah, got it. I also have another question, or I guess an opinion of you that I'd like to ask. There are. It seems the people of Zajar have an idea of the primordials and what they can do, or what they would do, will do. And there's tales of them being creators and destruction, and really can't have one without the other. But as someone who does create, what's your opinion? What are your thoughts on that? Because obviously that might mean drastic things for Astera as a whole.
Do you have the Gemma translation on you?
I do.
At this point, like, assumption would be that you kind of always have it on, turned on. You hear Eshru say to Orzai, you can definitely tell it's in a different language, but this is like kind of like a momentary sort of, there's like a delay in hearing the meaning behind it. But you hear Eshru say, wait outside. And you see Orzai, give me an insight check.
It's a 10.
Okay. All right. You see Orzai immediately kind of like nod his head, take a quick look at you, and then go outside. It's a very strange question that you asked. In my opinion, someone who has been given a relationship based only on what you need. I know very little about you, besides what you think about yourself.
It's less of a question about me. I mean, I guess in a way it's about me, because it's, what do you do in a situation like this where you could make or break something as precious and as valuable as the world?
And you think because I can do something that you don't understand, maybe I have the wisdom to be able to tell you what you cannot tell yourself.
I think that as someone who has spent their life creating and forging and reforging, you might have a unique perspective on something that most of us have never done before.
And I make buildings, items. You call me a creator as if you yourself know nothing of the sort. All creatures create. All creatures destroy. It will always be so.
I'm gonna walk around the building and kind of like through the light coming through the window. So the shards, like the rainbow reflections of the like the window just shine down. But I don't spend my time living in my creations or breathing in my creations. I don't get to bask in them. I don't get the effect that they have on people. The things I do are fleeting, and the things you do last.
The thing you do is fleeting.
I mean, in the grand scheme of time and what stands and what doesn't, how long has this building been here?
What is it that you really want, Grian? It's okay if the answer is I don't know. I just think it might be worth being honest with yourself.
I want to know if we're bad people for potentially killing everybody else on the planet. Or worse.
If I gave you an answer to that, what would you do with it?
Add it to the other critiques of the position that we have. I think that the more we know and the more that we find out, the more informed outcome or decision we can make.
Or a wider spread of blame when it goes wrong.
If anybody does this, it's us. If there's anybody to blame, it's us. And I just need to not hate myself when I make the choice.
I had an existence beyond this room, beyond these walls. I had a world that accepted me as I was born to be. Some would say designed to be. Given the rules of my people on the understanding of what is right, what is wrong, what is responsibility, what is the nature I should harvest and lean to, and what is the nature I should pull away. After all that time, all of that time, not just mine, but those before me, and before them, before them. I think I have learned only a handful of true things. Things that, given a locked room with no one else to hear but themselves, they would probably all admit to being true. There is no such thing as a bad person. Concept of morality is fully defined by the nurturing of its people. Animals eating their kin when they are hungry. Birds pushing their ones that they spent days and days preparing, pushing them out of the nest to watch them plummet or soar. Make the choice. There is, at some point, no more room for understanding all consequences.
Thank you, Forge Master. I appreciate your insight. Truly. I hope that whatever world comes next, it's a good one. And I will go to leave.
As you leave, you just hear, it won't be.
It rarely ever is. And I'll head out.
Okay. Pause you there. Ada.
Mm-hmm.
I think we come to you the beginnings of wood that is collected together in the center of a small clearing just outside of the forest. It's not dark yet. but it will be. And your travels will be a question on whether or not you find a place that is as good as this to rest.
How far did Ada run from where she was when she got Ianthe's message and was like about to
tell
be
me.
attacked? Okay, great. Okay. I think that she probably would have backtracked if possible, out of the territory that she was specifically in when she started seeing like the claw marks on the trees,
Mhm.
and would have kind of just settled outside of that as hidden as possible in like the little clearing.
Yeah.
Um,
So I think
Cool.
we're pretty much in the same kind of concept in there. I think you're basically on the edge of the forest, so you're back to like that clearing sort of area where you see the rolling hills to the south.
Great. I think Ada. I don't think she's hunting. Like, I don't think, like, as she kind of prepares her camp and, like, sets up for, whatever is an evening meal for her, I don't think that she's hunting. I think that she's eating rations. I think that this is as stay still as possible because I think that she's trying to parse as quietly as she can as not to alert Codex to her curiosity. What the hell was happening when Ianthe tried to message her? Because it was different. I'm not clear on how much Ada perceived of that exactly, other
Mhm.
than just like sheer like raw magic.
Roll me an insight check, actually. So the
Alrighty.
DC is at this point, I'd say 18.
Oh yeah, no. Girl rolled an 11.
Okay.
-1 on that insight, baby.
Last session, the kind of frozen in place thing of that sort of towering, hulking sort of figure. The claim was that Codex just did that. Not Ianthe.
Okay. Yeah, I think Ada is kind of bewildered by that. Just I think that as she gets away from that situation and like she can see his like frozen face in front of her, she's realizing how unprepared she was to like negotiate with somebody that had no or like interact with somebody who had no desire to negotiate with her. like she was stalking him in his own, turf and was probably going to die. And so I think like that and this weird time freezing and Codex had said to her, I'll be glad to thank you in person, I believe is how he phrased it. After she like
That was
brushed off
before.
Ianthe.
I
Was that
believe that was
before?
before. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That
All
was a
right.
previous part of the conversation, I believe.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I think that she's just kind of ruminating on that right now. And just kind of like poking at the fire, heating up water, like trying to like dip her her rations in it to make it like edible.
Okay. Roll me a deception check.
You know, you'd think that I'd be really good at this, and I am, but 16.
Okay. +5 to the roll.
So you got a 17?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Well, okay. Not the music.
Your mind is drifting.
Yes. It's been a long day.
I am patient. I have
I've
learned
noticed.
to do that over many, many years. But I can't help noticing that you didn't seem to think that you owe me anything for saving your life.
It's not that. It's that I don't know what I'd offer.
When a child does something wrong, fails in an attempt at something, should the parent assume that there would be some offering for forgiveness? No. The offering is in the beseeching.
So, a groveling on my knees and a desperate, heartfelt thank you. No. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Persuasion or deception?
Persuasion.
You don't have to tell
I
me.
think. Yeah. I guess I should roll it. Listen. I think that she is. I think it's deception, and it's a 13.
There are things that I feel to be an improvement over the previous captor. And I still think that. I am surprised that you seem to believe that our conversations are with someone who can't see into what you are thinking about right now. Ada, we are connected.
Right. Sorry, that is new for me.
Perhaps you should be getting used to that. After all, you made the choice. You took the step, took the leap. And my offer still stands, but if we fail, if you fail, you don't seem to understand that you will never see him again. That mark, that note, the choice that you made, you can't go back on, but you still are staring into the flames. As if choices that you have to make are difficult. You've already cast that die, Ada. And I know it was hard. I see it in you. But you did not hesitate when the time came. And I wish you wouldn't hesitate now. Get up. Roll a perception.
She gets up. Roll a perception check?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I could roll into the double digits, I'd be having a good time right now. A 12.
Cool. You get up, but only because Codex told you to. You feel like there may be some danger somewhere, but you have no concept of any sort of direction where. What do you do?
What do you see that I don't?
You're just stupid. Do you right?
Turns to her right. That's my right.
It's too late.
My girl.
I'm gonna pause you there.
Okay. Hi, Eliane.
I see. We find you at the mouth of that tear going into the primordial plane of water, but you're staring at a face of roll me an insight check. As you're staring at your sister.
Can't hear you, Ianthe, if you're talking.
You're muted, Chelsea.
$18.
18.
I don't know why it muted itself.
You see a look of anger, annoyance, but past all of that, a look of slight panic and confusion. What the fuck did you do?
What are you talking about?
It had to have been you. It felt... What did you do?
Daph, again, you're really gonna have to be more specific. I'm not saying it wasn't me.
Fine.
But you have to tell me what I did. Supposedly.
Okay. Tell me why everyone around me stopped moving.
What? That's not me.
It is you. I'm aware of the magic my sister possesses. It feels different when it happens. I've known it since we were young. So don't lie to me. Just tell me why.
Daphne, I would have no reason to lie to you about this. It's not me. What is going on?
No reason?
No, because if I wanted to talk to you and I wanted to freeze time to do it, I would tell you.
How can I know that to be sure?
Where are you?
Where are you?
That is a bit of a complicated story.
Roll me a persuasion check, Ianthe.
Okay. My persuasion, that's persuasion is high. 17.
Ianthe, I'm willing to hear and understand why You don't know what that was.
Is it still happening?
I don't know. I ran out of there. I wasn't sure.
Daphne, it wasn't me. That is well beyond what I can do. And I'm fairly certain I'm nowhere near where you are.
Well, then it's someone... It's someone who shares your fingerprint of magic. I know that I don't possess what you have, but I am very aware of what it feels like when you're around. Very aware. But if you tell me that you... what did you roll on your insight check?
I've already forgotten. 18.
18?
18? Yeah.
In this moment, as you see that, like I said, the panic and confusion that kind of like hid behind, you start to kind of question something. Why did she run? If she thought it was you.
Yeah, good question. Dav, if you thought it was me, why would you run from me?
I don't know. We didn't leave on great terms.
No. But do you think I would hurt you like that?
No, of course not. Carrying your insight check over, you know she's lying.
For what it's worth, never mind. Are you still in Des Wharf?
Yes. Go ahead and roll me one more insight check.
Okay. God, even I don't believe that. That is a 20 total.
Okay, I'm glad I had you roll. That makes it feel a little bit more realistic. She's lying. Yes, we've been trying to rebuild some things from Rashra's, trying to put our own sort of touch on the place, and it's been a long process, and I've had to, handle some situations of kicking people out and all that. She's lying her fucking ass off.
Mm-hmm. And Missing is with you still.
Yes?
Hmm?
That's true.
That's
I
true.
feel like
Okay.
that's true.
Daphne, what aren't you telling me?
Really? Really? Where? Because you were, what, 5 seconds earlier than me, you feel that you have a right to ask me that question first?
No, it's because I picked up on the fact that you're lying quicker.
At least I'm talking to you.
I reached out to you a few days ago. You didn't answer. I called you to make sure that you were okay. And you ignored me.
I didn't get a likely story to say now.
A lot is happening, Daph. Some of Some of it I want to tell you. Some of it, if I told you, you would be in incredible danger. And I'm not going to do that to you.
In the past year, I have had my life threatened at least as often as you. So thank you for protecting me from whatever it is that you think I'm in danger of. But while you were at home, I was risking my life every day. So don't pretend. No, don't pretend that you're... Don't tell me something. That's fine, but don't lie and say it's because for my own protection, because that we both know that that is bullshit.
Daphne, I had people attack me and threaten me because they thought it was you. So what if they thought you were me? What then? There are people... There are dangerous people looking for me.
They would ask me to sing a song, maybe.
No, they wouldn't.
That further proves my point, by the way. And I'm sorry that that happened to you. Truly, I am. But maybe you have a little bit of a taste of understanding what I deal with. So don't hold your danger card over me.
I was going to call you anyway. We are planning on taking a move against the Raw.
Why?
Tishian found someone who could help.
Who?
Someone unexpected. Our father led us here.
I thought you told me that our father died.
I was told that he did, and yet he is very much alive. Living in a palace, of all places.
And he is leading some sort of attack on Hasamal.
No, not him. Someone associated with him, vaguely.
Ianthe.
He brought it here. What?
Who?
I don't know what they're called. We're north. Far north. Above the blackened forest.
Roll me a persuasion check.
The D20s are doing just okay. Okay, what are you? Uh, 18. That's a 9, yeah? Yeah, that's a 9. 18.
Above the blackened forest.
Yes.
Oh. What in the hells are you doing up there?
I'm still trying to figure it out.
So unfair.
I'm telling you this because I want you to be a part of it.
I roll pretty high. Yes, well, thank you. Thank you for letting me be a part of it.
I'm not letting you do anything. I promised you and I would work through the roar together. I don't know if this is the time, but we're taking an action soon. You deserve to be part of it.
You see her get... I'm going to roll at disadvantage at that, actually. Okay. You see her kind of looking away, but I would say, Anthony, roll me an insight check with advantage.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's not as good. 24.
Tell me
Is
what
it
it
with
looks...
advantage? Yeah?
Yes, yeah, with advantage.
Okay.
Tell me what it looks like when you know that your sister is fuming about something but not saying anything. Like, how are you able to tell?
She won't make eye contact. She looks down at her feet. And she gets this set in her jaw.
Yeah.
Like she's grinding her teeth together.
Yeah.
When we were little, I think I would joke and cast prestidigitation and make smoke come out of her ears, try to make her laugh. And it was 50-50 if it worked or not.
I love that. That's great. Take a point of inspiration for that. That's great. I like that a lot.
Cool.
God, it's so mean. It's so good, though. Part of it, yeah. You know what? Anthony, you're right. I am lying to you. I need to know everything you know about what you and your whatever are planning to do in Hasamal. Because I need to make sure that you're not getting in the way.
What are you doing? You're back in Hasamal, aren't you?
We are finishing what we started.
Tef, I told you I would come help. You're gonna get yourself killed.
No. It's different this time.
You're right, because they know who you are.
I am here. This is happening.
I don't know what they're doing. They're just collecting information right now.
Who?
I wasn't given any names. They behave like shadows. So I don't fully know what they look like either.
Shadows.
Something like it.
What else? What can... If you're worried about me being in danger, maybe it'd be best that you give me as much of the information that you know so that we make sure that we're not on opposite sides of this.
I'm always worried about you being in danger, and I have told you everything I know, because that's everything I can remember. Am I missing anything?
No, is it like there's this specific project was kind of like focused a little more on Mir, but I mean, you could even say above board, like I tell her everything I know as far as
Yeah, because I know we haven't
plan-wise.
made any definite plans yet, so I would tell her everything I know because I don't know much.
Why? You said Tishian's doing this?
Yep.
How did Tishian get in contact with these shadows?
I told you. Our father led us here.
And they're just helping just because?
We will owe them a favor in the future.
Fuck. Don't come here. It'll only make things worse. It would be good for you to continue to let me know if there are developments. And if there is a way for it would be important for us to make contact. Ianthe, she's lying.
There's something else.
I need to go. Are they...
Wait!
What?
In exchange for any information I can give you, I want you to call me every night and tell me that you're okay. Or send a message, or get me a message every day so I know that you're alright.
Don't feel that I owe you that.
I don't care that you feel that way. You're my sister, and I care about you, and I want to know that you're okay.
You don't think that I... Fine. Fine. Good.
Fine.
Good
I
luck
have
up
to go
there.
save my girlfriend. Goodbye.
What? Beautiful. Okay. We'll pause you there. Nadim.
Yes.
So, you walk up to Saruk.
Not yet.
Okay.
I take like 2 or 3 steps towards the sand formation since I've never actually seen what he looks like. And Nadim stops. And he stops for a long time. I mean, a Saruk may be forming. And then he initiates his bracelet. And he says, Tishin, it's only to Tishin. Tishin, if you're here when I get back. No, Tishin, if you're here when I'm done with Nazir, I'll do my best to answer your questions. And he shuts it off, and then he approaches Saruk.
Okay. Yes.
And that sounded very, to Tishin, that sounded like it was a very challenging thing for him to do. Like he was forcing himself to say those words.
Yeah.
So then he goes to Saruk. He's like, excuse me. This is primordial because I know this Saruk probably doesn't speak it in common. Excuse me. Is it possible to have a word with Nazir?
He is, I believe he is currently finishing up a meeting, but I can... Is it urgent?
For some people, yes. For others, no. There's no trouble, per se. There's no new trouble. I would like to speak to him as soon as possible.
I will let him know.
Thank you.
Nadim, as you're waiting, is there anything specific you're paying attention to in these moments?
I don't even... the room seemed pretty
bare.
Yeah. I'm probably just looking around like Adim likes to know his surroundings. Adim likes to be aware of what's going on. I don't think Adim is afraid he's going to be attacked right now, so that's not his thing. But just aware of where he is, what does his room look like, is there anything else besides Saruk? Just in general, looking around, because he's not just going to stand there staring blindly into space. So, I mean, the room's kind of bare. He's certainly not going... I think you mentioned a desk, or there's like a desk formation that Saruk had or something. I thought you mentioned, or at least that was my imagination.
Yeah, kind of like a very like office manager sort of like area of that side.
Nadim would not go behind that. Like he's not trying to like dig in. So he's looking around, but he's not digging and looking around physically, if that makes sense. He's just looking around. Like,
roll me a religion check. You need a nat 20.
Of all the things. Okay. Religion. That was a nat 1.
Okay, cool.
So, sorry.
That's the opposite
I
of
can't
what
give
we
you your nat
did.
20.
That's the opposite.
As long as it was natural.
It was natural. I got it half right.
Yes, I think Adim, you're kind of like you're recognizing in this moment, especially given the the significant sort of emotional what I would define as like emotional confusion.
You tell me your rough time right now.
Yeah. It is you are aware of your surroundings enough to be annoyed with the emptiness of this place.
I imagine that the nat 1 would reflect into he's got so much going in his head right now that even though he is looking around being a Deem, he can't get out of his head.
Yeah.
He's just there.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think, like if there's anything that was personified in the idea of like looking at this environment, it's like this is so much fucking wasted space in here right now. Like, that sort of thing, like that,
Yeah.
Why does this have to be on this like high floor? Like I think like in my head of like things that are like hiding the real things that I'm thinking of in this moment, and just
Like, why is there all this space? What were they trying to copy? They didn't do it very well. Why is there a desk? Does he need a desk? I haven't even seen a hand. Why would he need it? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So a couple minutes pass, and then you hear sort of, you can go on in.
Thank you, Saruk. I hope you're having a pleasant day. And that was a very nice thing to say in a very perfunctory way. It was like he said it because he's supposed to.
Yep, 100%. Cool. You walk in. I want to say, I don't want to roll this. Brandon, roll a d20.
$19.
Okay. With a 19.
Sorry.
There's a thing of like the door opening is it's a sign to sort of move forward and like go in. So there's a like certain level of like there's no reason to assume that you wouldn't be like allowed or I think I'm going to use this one actually. Like there's no real reason for you to feel like you'd be like walking in on anything, right? So I think in this regard, you almost feel like what you're seeing is something that Nazir would assume that you wouldn't find surprising.
Okay.
As you see, there is one figure next to Nazir.
Daphne keeps popping up, and I'm like, really?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, it's not Daphne. It does a weird thing when I have to like get rid of slides. It doesn't. Yeah. Anyways.
I know. I got you right. I'm very surprised to see them next to Nazir.
You see, you see a figure that I was. Give me a nature check.
Like that before. Well, it's a 19, although it wouldn't have helped, but still. But 19.
Okay, cool. 19. 19 is good. You know for sure what you're seeing is not. It's more. What you're seeing is not the literal thing. It's probably some sort of reflection of it, as you see a Leonin figure standing next to Nazir as they're looking down at the same sort of purple desk. With a 19, you get the feeling that this figure may be similar to the figures that you saw behind him.
S1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it might even be one of them, similar to, but it might be one of them because
it might be one of them. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And then, Adim.
Sorry for interrupting. I was told I could come in.
Of course. Yes.
Walk in.
Is now he's trying to kind of like read your face a little bit, of trying to kind of figure out like how long is this conversation going to be, I'd say roll me persuasion or deception.
I guess persuasion, because I'm not trying to deceive.
Sure. Cool.
15,
awesome.
Excuse me, 15. I have
15.
a +1.
Okay. Great. Horrible time for me to roll a nat 20, honestly. Oh, not horrible, just annoying. Yeah. Does it seem like Adim wants to have an extended conversation with this person, or does it seem like it would be a shortened sort of version? I assume the former, but
it really assumes on how he takes what I'm going to say, and I don't know how he's going to take what I'm going to say. So like if he takes what I say at face value and gives it consideration, it could be a short conversation.
Okay.
If he takes me as being insane and stupid and you don't know what you're talking about, it could be a short conversation. If it's anywhere in the middle, it might be a long conversation. So I don't know.
I think he's trying to figure out whether or not he needs to dismiss this person.
I see. And Adim is feeling super uncomfortable that he just interrupted Titian's war plans. So Adim doesn't make any indication unless Nazir specifically asks.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Because he sees Nazir looking at him, and he just stands there like. And actually, Adim will break the silence. He's like, "Do you want me to talk in front of them?" And I can. I don't know what levels of privacy you want.
Of course. You see him just wave his hand, and the figure just disappears.
I don't want to. Not because I don't know if he wants. I don't know how. So just so Joe, so you know what's going through Adim's head. He doesn't know if the shadows are parts of him, if they're actually individuals with sentience, and what he's about to say maybe thought it was rude. And I don't know if Nazir wants somebody being rude to him in front of his underlings.
Sure.
That's what he's thinking, like captain. Like I would not go after my captain in front of the first mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so Dean's like, oh, they can go. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, so he nods. He approaches Nazir. Is Nazir speaking or is it mental?
Mental. It's always mental.
He's welcome to speak to me. I speak to him in primordial, though. I know it's always mental, but I'm actually speaking out loud.
I think given the respect of that, he offers it in kind. Yeah, he'll just physically speak to you.
Yeah, I am speaking primordial. Because I don't think he speaks common. So he says, okay, I don't really know how to start this off. May I speak openly? He's regressing back to when he was like...
Yeah.
Like a mate, not even first, but just a mate on the ship.
I would hope that would be the continuance of our relationship, yes.
Okay. I need to find a name, because my brain is not remembering the name, and he would say it immediately, so give me one moment, Joe. I look it up really quick. Where is it? It is, and it is... There it is. Iskar. I couldn't remember her name. And Adim looks down at his feet, looks back up at Nazir, and says, I think you made a mistake with Iskar.
I think I did as well.
No, I think you made a mistake removing her from the party as our liaison.
Ah. Please go on.
Adim is noticeably uncomfortable, and if he's in Adim's mind, he's sensing this discomfort. How much contact did any of the people here in Zajar have with, for lack of a better term, non-elemental mortals from this plane before we came?
The number would be close to 0.
Okay. No, right. I point down to the fallen seraph. I'm like, oh yeah, him. Okay. Wow. So I was a kid not so long ago in your lifespan, probably a blink of an eye, and I lived underwater, and I didn't have a lot of guidance from parental figures, so I was wandering a lot. I'm like seeing if he's following me at all. Like I know I'm probably confusing him. I made a lot of mistakes because I didn't know what was going on. I was young. I was unfamiliar with household rules. I was not part of their community. They were kind to me, luckily. I was never thrown out. I say that with an emphasis, even mentally, of that. That's basically what he did. I think that putting any of your people in a position to assume, to know the effect that people from the prime material plane, each with their own backgrounds and expectations of what we might find here, would have no effect on your people. And he looks like he's looking for a word, but he can't find it because he's not that bright. He's like, is extremely short-sighted. I'm sorry. And I don't think that taking Iskar away from us was your best choice. It's not like you're going to separate her from us completely. It's not as if you're going to have Abnat Anas, and that in primordial in Arabic means the daughter of Anas. It's not like you're going to have Abnat Anas not be able to get to her own home to find her. So you're not separating them. And this individual was doing a great job with us, which, by the way, Orzai is as well. I do not want to besmirch Orzai's name. But what you've done has potentially closed off knowledge about us to you and your people. Also, I'm an asshole for saying anything in the first place.
Asshole.
I'm a bad person. I'm not nice. So I am beseeching you to bring Iskar back, let her work with us, maybe just suggest that she watch herself, not necessarily behave differently, because what's done is done, and you might get this thing, you can't put the genie back in the bottle. Coming from Genasi, maybe he'll find that to be interesting.
Yeah, you see, like, this is the facial expression you're saying, which is not helpful at all. But there is a like level of like, every time you see him like kind of look to the side, it seems like he's like slightly confused, and then kind of gets it. Doesn't seem to be someone who really. You have the feeling that Nazir doesn't really laugh a lot.
Right. So I am urging you to take your reprimand away from Iskar. She didn't deserve it. She had no way of knowing what she was stepping into. She likes Ianthe. Ianthe likes her. Don't be that guy. You should be the guy who sees one of his people doing something that maybe they should be careful about and suggest another path. But don't be that hard. At least that's what a reasonable parent in my world would do. That's all. That's all I wanted to say.
Appreciate you saying so.
Well, thank you for not being angry with me.
You see, like at that, you see, angry.
No, you're in my head, and I replay Tishian's and my argument when we were level 2.
You passed that information.
Well, no, the emotion behind it. Like I replay the emotion I was feeling at the time, because it's different now. But that anger that I was feeling back then. Not the information of what the argument was about, but my emotions behind it.
Well, first off, I don't believe that I guess there could be a situation that I would feel a certain way towards you if I was so closely connected to the situation on a personal level. I can assure you that I'm not. My concern is for the future. Nothing more.
Well, for the future of New Moon, currently, as a sentient who is raised on the prime material plane, I think it's better if you allow Iskar and or Zai to remain with us.
And that is purely in the interest of recognizing who would be the best person for that position.
Well, do I refer to you all as Genasi?
Yes.
Okay. The Genasi I've met here so far, while Orzai is doing a fantastic job in assisting us to his ability, Iskar is better suited.
Of course, she was trained for it.
Don't let her training go to waste. Let what you perceive to be a mistake, which I would disagree with, be a lesson rather than a condemnation.
I understand.
I hope so. We come from very different places, but I hope so.
I apologize if I'm not wording it correctly, but with all due respect, you didn't answer my question.
I'm sorry. What did I miss? And if he's in my head, that's like an honest question. Like, oops.
If the choice of bringing Iskar back is because it is the best option for the future of what we're trying to do,
Okay.
purely, or if it's something else.
Oh. Adim thinks for a moment. It's both. It is the best, but it's also something else.
Thank you. It is good to have trust with each other. You saying that gives me much happiness in our future together.
I'm glad.
I will send for her.
I appreciate that. And I will just... I don't know how to leave, so I'm like... you see him look... Like, Nazir would see him look noticeably uncomfortable and then just, like, give a little bow and, like, turn around and says, have a good day. And walks towards the door.
As you walk towards the door, Adim.
Mm-hmm.
I understand personal level how difficult this process has been for you.
Adim stops dead in his tracks and takes a breath and exhales. And he's fighting himself right now.
Mhm.
Whether he continues out the door or turns back around, because he does not like that comment.
He's
and-
he's going to finish the statement saying, if you ever need someone to talk to about the duality of being from two different places, I assure you my door is open.
he turns around because I rolled what I rolled. So he turns around. He's like, "Could you clarify what you mean about you understand? What about my position? Is it just that I'm both from the elemental plane of water and the prime-material plane, or is there something else?" And I'm trying to word my question like his to see how he answers me.
Yes, I mean to say that I know what it's like to have a foot in one camp and another foot in another. I don't offer my assistance as a guide as much as a friend.
Internally, Adim is completely dissatisfied with that answer. But externally, Adim just nods and says, "Thank you." And he goes out.
Yeah. I think with that, the door closes very slowly behind you.
Of course it does. Is Saruk there?
Saruk is there.
I say thank you to Saruk. I mean, so for letting me in. Thank you very much.
You see it's a little bit more of a slow stare, but you see the head nod.
And is Tishian here yet? Or is he at all?
It's a good question. Tishian, what do you think?
I received a team's message, but I feel like I was already on my way down. I'm back in the room that we were in waiting. So I'm back in the sort of, I believe we call it like a kitchen common area.
Cool.
That's where I'm at.
So when the elevator comes and Tishian's not in it, Adim just nods and goes to the fissure. The fissure heart? What's the name of it? Fissure heart, is that correct?
Mhm.
He goes there and he waits there for it to change. He just puts his back up against the wall, sits down, and waits.
Yeah. I think as you get there, seeing this strange sort of like icy cold structure and this figure that has this shares that same sort of frost and depictions of cold and hard. As you see the fissure heart change from that icy exterior into that molten hard rock.
Oh, is the change already now?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
And
okay.
but as you do so, you also notice something else, something that I don't believe you were entirely sure what was happening. You see that figure shifts into the figure you saw that evening. It is one person.
It's tied to that fish heart. Okay, interesting.
It's tied to the Fisher heart.
Oh.
With
Well-
that, take our 10-minute break.
Yeah.
See you guys in 10. So, welcome back. Titian.
That's me.
As you get back to the kind of apartment thing area, you see, Barb kind of poke her head out from the door. Definitely kind of perturbed, and you can definitely tell like she's feeling like there's not a lot for her to do here.
Okay. Feel that. I didn't speak up earlier. I was having a little bit of idea of like when a Dean messaged Titian, was it like right after the door shuts? Or was there like a space there?
You tell me.
I don't know. I'm just sort of picturing it like it's a little bit of an in-between. So I think Titian heard that message from Adim, kind of held off a little bit from it, and now he was going to sit and wait for a little bit, maybe like get something to eat, and then like message Adim back. But now it's like when you get home from a long day's worth of work and you realize, oh fuck, I gotta take the dog out for a walk. Except it's a 9-foot tall cassowary now. That's
okay.
Spectral. So, all right.
I will say, just mechanically speaking, you can dismiss Barb.
I know, but that just sounds like such a Joe. I'm not going to do that. No,
okay.
That'd be too easy.
Okay.
All right. All right, Barb. I'm sorry we've kept you cooped up here all day. Do you want to? You want to get outside and stretch your legs? Is that what you want to do? All right, girl. All right. All right. I'll take Barb by the lead. All right. Let's get on out of here. We're gonna go just like do some running. We're gonna run for a little bit for sure. And I just take Barb down the elevator.
Okay, cool. Roll me a d20. DC is 5 or 6 or higher.
All right, 14. Made it.
Okay. You see the elevator door open. You take it, ride down. Grian, were you planning on coming back, or were you going somewhere else?
I don't know what I was planning on doing.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Joe was very much like, do something, y'all, and we're just like, we don't know.
I was gonna just like chime in and surprise.
Matt literally was like, I'm gonna let my dog out. That's what I'm gonna do.
Sorry, Joe.
Hey,
No, you're good.
Definite plans for this meeting, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't want to because Joe said I had to. No. No, I was going to run into Titian on the street. Was my plan.
Okay, you got it. Yeah. So you run into Titian as he is exiting the building. You also Orzai's there.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Titian.
Oh, hey, hey, Grian, how's it going?
Good. Are
Orzai?
you?
Titian.
Mm-hmm. Are you on your way out? I don't know what happened. Everyone kind of just split up. So.
Yeah, Barb needs to stretch their legs a little bit, and figured I could sit in the loft alone, or I could get out and get some fresh air with her. And do you want to come with? We're just gonna probably run up and down the street a little bit, maybe check out some sides.
Sure. Do you think all three of us could fit?
No.
I guess we could walk, and then if you're gonna run her, then I don't know how fast I could keep up. But like,
yeah, let's go see. I'm assuming there's a wide enough area here, Joe, where we can sort of set up a scenario of maybe playing fetch with Barb.
You see Orzai looking and like, Grian, you're not directing conversation to him, so I think in this regard, he wouldn't pick up what you're saying because I think it has to be directed. So he's looking at Titian as you guys are kind of like continuing to kind of motion towards Barb, and you see Orzai go, help?
You want help up? Like,
help? And just pointing at Barb.
Titian, do you
Do I-
need help with Barb?
I mean, if we do we know like a field nearby that we can just? Does Orzai know an open area where we can run her a little bit? Not
help.
Yeah. Yes, Orzai. Yes.
You see his hands immediately start to kind of flow magma as he is looking at this creature that what he does understand is that you like to eat meat.
Oh, no.
No, what he's asking is
no.
if there's a place to like take her and get exercise. This is a pet. It's an animal that you keep in your house for fun.
I promise you there is no primordial word for pet.
That's what I said. An animal you keep in your house for fun.
Why?
Because sometimes they're nice to have around. Like a companion.
Titian, what are you doing in the reacting of this? Because you're not hearing.
I'm just like I feel like what I'm hearing is a lot of gibberish.
Yeah, but you also see like molten hot magma coming from this guy's hands.
I have intentionally stood. I've slowly crept my way between Orzai and Barb, mostly to keep Barb from pecking him in defense.
You see Barb. Yeah, Barb full doesn't understand like the danger or like the difficulty or anything here. You see Barb just full on.
Yeah,
and like starts doing the moving the head back and forth.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna start talking real softly and be like, Grian, Orzai's gonna lose his eye if you don't talk him out of his magma spewing mind right now.
I look at Orzai. Titian says that you're really hot right now, but we need to bring it down to like a 2, from a 10 to a 2.
How help?
Typically, I just breathe in and just take a second of just give myself and then release.
I said help.
Girl.
He said yes. How do I help?
Oh, got it. Do you know a place in the city where we can like take her to run her, or do we have to go to like the outskirts to burn off energy so to make her tired?
You realize that you're asking Orzai if there's a dog park, and recognizing that there's no primordial word for pet.
That's what I said, outside the city, like.
Yeah. I think like you kind of like as you're saying this, you're like, we might need to go outside of the city for this.
I think I look at Titian and I'm just like, I mean, the silence is going to be a no. So I think we just got to go to like the outskirts and kind of like, take her in the fields from where we entered.
Oh, but bring you back where you came.
Yeah.
Yes.
Grian, what is this guy saying? Is he still going to try to kill my bird, or?
No, he's going to bring us back the way that we came.
Titian say?
Titian thinks... wanted to know if you were still going to try and kill his pet bird, or his animal friend, but not going to happen.
If he wants me to.
Was he saying, Grian, this is really important that you tell me right now,
What
please?
did Titian just say?
He said that if you were in the mood for fried chicken, he'd help you, but like if not, then...
What is...
Barb is a battle beast warrior who has been
What is
tested.
Tishian saying?
She's not to be considered food. First of all, she's a spectral being. She is magical. She disappears when you kill her. She doesn't there's nothing there to eat.
What is Tishian saying?
Says
Help!
She's magical, and eating her is not on the terms of right now. Look, when I'm sat between two men, there's usually not this much talking, so this is really difficult for me right now.
I just love putting
the worst
Brandon in between.
The worst person to have the gem of translation between these two guys right now, and like imagining every time Grian is trying to explain something to Tishian, Grian is speaking in common, so every time Tishian's responding, Orzai thinks that Tishian is talking to him, and he's just not understanding, so he is interrupting what Tishian is saying to ask what Tishian is saying.
Oh my god.
Anyways, so you guys do the who's on first for a little bit. Orzai guides you back down to where you came. So back down the hillside. As you both are heading down, I'd like either of you to go ahead and roll me a perception check.
All right. Let's take it. That's a perception of a dirty 20.
11.
Tishian, as you guys head down the hill, you see the sun just starting to set. Tower's
got really moody.
Tower's gone. But there is a mark on the ground where the grass hasn't grown in a day. And you still see there are rocks piled up around a long left fireplace. And you see it before Grian, but there is that kind of moment of just recognizing how confusing and crazy things were days ago. And how even in that short amount of time, everything has changed. What do you do?
I just go, as I'm looking at my inventory right now. I have a... Okay. I just imagine I have... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong character. I imagine that I am calling... I'm just sort of slowly picking something up and throwing it for Barb to go catch and bring back, sort of this mindless repetition that we've done a million times.
Mm-hmm.
And as we do, I slowly keep making my way to where that sort of rumble is that you said, that chimney.
The fire pit.
The fire pit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As I do. Grian, what are we doing out here, man? What's going on?
Right now, just nothing. simple nothing. And I let Danzig out to go ahead and play in the field too. Probably keep Barb entertained.
Yeah.
Like a dog park.
There you go.
I don't know. Trying to save the world, trying to destroy it, I don't know anymore.
Have we gotten one thing right since we've been on this road? I've been thinking, and I've really been thinking about, like, what is the one good move or decision that we've made since we've been on this journey? And I just can't think of anything.
I mean, Alyssa's safe for now. Safer than she would have been.
Is she? Isn't Codex after her? Isn't the family after her? Isn't God knows what other evil and...
Yeah, but they would have come for her anyways. If not them, the townsfolk. I mean, Dead Mother wouldn't have died anyways, but once they hung her, it was only a matter of time before she went off again. It was a matter of time before she went off again. And as shitty as it seems to know that her parents are looking for her either out of love or reclamation, I couldn't tell you, but at least she can learn her magic now freely and wait for the day that they come for her, because it's coming.
So the best decision we've made is removing a kid from her parents so that she can be more of herself in the woods with a necromancer as her guide.
Yeah. It worked well for Prisha. But if you want to count one thing that we've done right since we left, we've met each other. And we've stuck with each other.
Thinking back to my conversation with the team I just had a little while ago. Yeah, we've definitely seen that we've done good for each other. I mean, hell, we can't even be in the same room for more than 15 minutes before we got split back up and run away to underwater kingdoms or go... I don't know what you did with the magma guy, but whatever you did with him.
Paid a visit to Ishru. It was helpful. She'll let us know when our stuff's ready. Or we'll feel it. Kind of unclear.
Sure.
But I mean, people fight and people argue and we have differences in opinions. I mean, if we didn't, the world would be kind of boring, right? As much as I love talking to myself, I would need something else for after a while.
But is that good enough? I mean, hold on now.
Does it have to be good enough?
I mean, but...
It can just be good.
I don't know. It's just... It doesn't feel like we're doing much good for those around us, and it doesn't feel like we're doing much good for each other most of the time. I think we try to do good, but whether you try to do good or not, if it keeps coming back with the same result,
then we need to change how we're doing something. Maybe it's time we stop thinking about the outcome and we just do it.
And I think not thinking things through is how we wound up destroying a whole village in the treetops.
Or did we think it through too much? We tried to find someone that we thought was good for us. And we tried to do what we can to be good and do what we can to make it a great situation, and it blew back on us. Like it always does. But doesn't mean it was a wrong decision. Fireball in the cave, we didn't know what was going to happen. We had no idea what was in there.
Grim, we were at each other's throats like an hour ago, riding up the elevator to go speak to Nazir. And now we're just talking like nothing happened, and that things, us overthinking it or not thinking through it enough.
I don't think we were at each other's throats. I think we all just have strong opinions on what we need to do and where we need to go and how we need to do it. And I get Hasamal is super important to you and what it would mean. And there's a larger picture out there of what happens after that or before that. Whenever Mongoose Crew gets around to calling us. But whatever happens, we do it together. Good, bad, ugly. As long as you're comfortable and safe in the decision, then that's what we do.
I don't want to bring y'all along if you're not committed to this wholly, though.
The roar is after the rods. They're in the path whether we like it or not. And if taking them down removes a party from the situation, then that's what we have to do. I want you to make sure that what happened to me and what happened to Massetti doesn't happen to Hasamal. We want to make sure that they have the place and the structure and the people to turn to for this new life. I've never been there. I've never dealt with them. But you have, and you know them.
I think it's... I think what you're saying right now, I would never let something like that happen to Hasamal. But we have to do something more. We've done no good in this world. None. And if I can't do this one good thing, this one right thing, what am I doing here? It sure ain't making friends with the team, I can tell you that much.
I think it's a long shot for all of us. But you don't have to... If you do one good thing in this world, it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to be world-changing. It can literally just be making the person next to you smile. Making that person laugh. Filling somebody with joy. I'm sure you've given your moms enough happiness that you have left a good impact on the world.
No. You know, I talked to my brother recently, a couple times. Some of those times might not have even been him. It could have been just the forest, but I don't know.
That's definitely possible.
But most times he does mention them, and let me just say, I sure haven't brought them happiness.
I mean,
Of course, what do you
I'm an only
expect
child,
from? Yeah,
but from what I've heard, brothers are dicks. And they're complicated relationships. So I would take what he says with a grain of salt.
sure.
Unless you truly know your parents hate you.
Well, I know being an enemy of the state probably doesn't do him any good.
Might not do them any good, but doesn't mean they hate you.
Oh, I don't think they hate me. I'm just saying I've not done them any good. No, they love me more than anything in this world, and I love them, but in some ways that makes the pain even worse, doesn't it? If they were dicks, I could just be like, fuck them and move on,
But then none of this would be worth it. And there wouldn't be a reason to free Hasamo. To give them a better life. So when we do this, just remember who you do it for. We're not doing it to be heroes. We're not doing it as some grand thing to be remembered. We're going to do it to make the lives of the people better. And if that happens to be the good thing we do, then that's the good thing we do.
what are you out here for, Graham?
Like in the field, or because right now Dante's taking a piss, so
You're talking about my motivations, my giving me advice on how to make people happy, or... But why are you out here? What are you wanting to accomplish right now?
I just want to make sure that this world is better than I found it. That's it. And whether we die trying or not, I'm here for it. Death comes for us all, so why not make it a wild ride?
I mean, I don't know. It feels like you're saying something so simple, and yet it's quite possibly the biggest thing one could probably seek to achieve, right? Do you never have any doubt at all? Do you never, like...
Of course I do. I wonder if unleashing the primordials and possibly killing the rest of the world make us bad people. I wonder how safe Alyssa truly is with Dead Mother. I wonder if Precious still thinks about us. I have no idea where she is or how much time has passed, but we just can't get bogged down by all the bullshit. And I choose to see the silver lining in all of it. Because if I don't, don't know what I would do.
Right. I don't know.
You're a good person.
Sorry, I don't mean to
Tian.
be.
No, it's fine. You have a good
I
heart.
don't mean to be a bummer.
No, it's not a bummer. We have problems, and if we don't talk about it, we deal with it in other ways that aren't quite as productive.
We just seem so aimless. And it feels like since we've came to this village, this city, whatever you want to call Zajar, they've been calling us chosen and prophesied and all that other bullshit. And I just can't shake this feeling of we are the furthest thing from heroes there possibly could be.
And maybe we don't have to be. I mean, I'm certainly not in it for the glory, for the renown and the name. I'm just in it to do what we need to do. And if we get to go home at the end of the day, then we get to go home at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But maybe everything we've done and everything we've been through have all been the building blocks to this place, this moment, to make us into the people we need to be moving forward. From here on out, we have the goal. We need to find the rods before other people do. I have to bring at least one back here. And the path might be a little unclear, but we know the end. We just need to find all the stops to get there. Hasama will be one. Maple syrup will be the other. But as far as they all go, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. I appreciate you talking to me through this. I do. I just, sometimes it's not as easy to be, Titian all the time.
You don't have to be. You can just be you. For a long time, I was someone that I shouldn't have been. And it wasn't until I found you guys that I was able to become me, who I am now. So, if you feel like you aren't who you need to be, figure out who you want to be and how you want to do that.
Yeah. We'll just have to see how things pan out, I guess. We'll see.
I mean, you don't have to plan for the end of the world. You can just plan for tomorrow. Take it a day at a time. You don't have to become who you want to be overnight or who you think you should be, or you just come up with ideas and roll with it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I have a feeling that by the end of this, the world will be different. And it's up to us to figure out how we want to make it.
Yeah.
What do you want to make
I
it?
think it. Sorry.
What do you want to make it?
I don't know.
Of course you do.
I
You
don't
have
know.
some idea, right? You've thought about it.
I think what I want to do. I think what my role is, and the way I've always sort of seen it is, my job will be to remove those that are obstacles to those more fit to be in positions of leadership. I don't think I'm meant to see the end of this story. I think I'm meant to just be the cog in the machine that helps us get there. That means leading sometimes, that means leading it, that means following sometimes, that means following. But I think my job is to get things done, and then turn it over to those better suited to make those sorts of decisions.
And I think that's okay. I don't think we need to be the person in the limelight. We don't need to be the person on the stage. The world works much more under those people. And maybe we're just those people.
I mean, don't say that to Ianthe.
Yeah, we'll see how far her career goes.
I mean, she's a fine singer and okay dancer.
Yeah.
Okay singer sometimes. I don't know.
That's okay too. You don't have to know everything right now.
We'll keep going. We'll just keep going, and it'll be fine. It's just we gotta get Prisha back. We've mentioned Alyssa a couple times. Probably should check on that little person, and I need to catch up with the team too at some point today. There's a lot to do.
Hey, you know what? Small tasks to do, and a much larger checkoff list.
Yeah. We'll see what we can get accomplished today, and then focus on tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah. And I look over to where the tower was. Jet would have known where Prisha was. Whatever this rabbit with antlers thing is, wherever it lives. He would have known. He's smart.
He was very smart and dumb, but smart. Smarter than any of us, anyways.
Yeah. Well, I hope wherever she is, she's safe. I hope that redhead with the cane is with her and that she's okay. And it's not just some random man who picked up my feather in the middle of wherever the hell they are. Because that'd be weird.
Oh, that'd be odd. By the way, you are giving your feathers out at a very alarming rate. That might be something just to breadcrumbs and all, you know.
I mean, it's not the highest rate I've ever charged, but it's okay. I mean, it's just, it's a little piece of me to the people I connect with. Something to remember me. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't just give them out to anybody.
Sometimes it seems like you give it out to just about anybody who's around. Yeah.
I mean, I gave it to you. And to Dean and Ianthe. I didn't give one to Ada, so that's a plus.
What did you think of my plan, by the way? I think it might have legs.
Yeah, I think whether we do it today or tomorrow, whenever we're ready, but we should all probably be on the same page first.
Yeah, I think if we are going to zap on over and do it, we should make sure we're all synchronized for sure. We'll only get one shot at an ambush with them, and we're going to need to put them down fast.
And if Ada stands in the way, then she's in the way. There's nothing we can do.
I think we gave Ada the best chance we can.
Yeah. All right, Danzig, are you ready? I'll just whistle to call him over. Yes.
You see, because there's been a little bit of time of you guys kind of facing each other, and you actually see that Orzai has really gotten into rough housing with Danzig.
Oh, yeah.
As they're both rather resistant to fire. And you hear Grian a shout from Orzai. I get it. Animal in the house for fun.
Yeah.
What is he trying to kill Danzig? What is he doing over there?
I think they have someone that they can relate to.
The dog? He can relate to the dog?
They're both fire beings.
Sure. Makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
I imagine Barb will just go right up to Titian at some point.
Beautiful.
But no matter what happens, Titian, I'm glad I'm here with you. I'm glad we can do this together.
It's very nice of you, Grant. Thank you.
It's just the truth. And I will put Danzig back in the ball. I think as much as Orzai loves him, I don't know if the city of Zajar will love him.
Oh, no. Good choice. Okay. I will pause you guys there.
I'd say, too, it's cool if we just, are walking back.
Makes sense?
Yeah, I'm good to just walk back.
Ada.
I'm here.
Sorry. I'm trying to find her. Do you speak common?
I do.
I jump out and jump back in. You're full frozen on my side. There we go.
Get my camera unhooked. I do.
Good. What are you doing here?
Resting. What about you?
Sophie said that you were tracking them.
I was trying to see what made the marks in the trees.
And when they were going to make you pay for that, you...
Ran.
I think even a tabaxi knows that it would be difficult to outrun them without some sort of magical help.
I am a very fast tabaxi.
I guess I'll rephrase. They were put under a spell before they were able to come after you.
It wasn't mine. I don't know what it was.
I don't care if it was. I'm going to give you another chance. But I'm going to be honest with you. There's something about you I do not trust.
You know, it wouldn't be the first time I'd heard that. Something about a cat rogue makes people very nervous.
She takes a step forward. I didn't say I was nervous. What are you doing here?
I'm looking for something.
For what?
For my friends.
Roll me a deception check.
Yeah. I know. Joe, that's a 26.
Okay. So she has to roll in that 20. Are you fucking
Was that
kidding me?
cocked?
God damn it. That should have been a nat 20. It was like this. Like it's like this weird in between point.
Oh,
It's alright, I'll re-roll it. I'll re-roll it.
Well,
I'll re-roll it. It's fine.
that should have been a nat 20 though. That was really good.
Yeah.
What is
that
it?
was that was a 14.
Okay.
Where are your friends?
Where?
Or who? What do they look like?
A green man, a sun boy, a blue girl, and a lion. Ring any bells?
Maybe.
We got separated. Sorry.
All right. You're very stupid for seeing marks on trees and following them.
Well, now I know that.
I can help you look for them in the morning. For now, you're not safe here. Come with me.
Okay.
26.
Ada's gonna stoke her fire, snuff her fire, and she's gonna follow.
Ada, you hear in your head. Very good. Way to redeem yourself. We'll pause you there. Above board, Elian was gonna fuck you up.
She was gonna fuck me up!
Been waiting for 5 years to show what Elian can do. That's fine. That's fine.
It's okay.
Incredible. 26. That was great.
That plus 11, man.
That was great. That was really good.
It's okay. She'll figure me out on her home turf, and I'll just become fodder for the carrots. It's fine.
Well, she's bringing you.
I welcome Elian as an ally in this.
Yeah, she's bringing you right to where, right to her camp.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Cool.
That's a problem.
26.
That's a problem.
Cool. Ianthe. You close the mirror.
I'm gonna grab my rocky talkie. I don't have the one, it's over in my bookshelf. Titian, we have a little bit of a problem. I'm heading to the Drowned Empire. We'll talk when I get back, but there might be a bit of a hiccup with House Samal. Maybe. Possibly.
Hold on. Is this Ianthe?
Who else would it be?
I get talked to in my head all the time. You have to be more clear.
By people who sound like me. Who are going to the Drowned Empire right now. And know about your plans in Hasmal.
Oh, Ianthe. Okay, you could have just said hello. Yes. Yes, Ianthe. Hold on. You're saying what's going on with Hasmal? What do you mean?
We'll talk more when I get back, but Daphne and Missing are in Hasmal.
Okay.
I don't know what they're doing.
Okay. And you know this because did you talk to Daphne or Missing or?
Well, obviously I talked to Daphne.
Okay. But you didn't find out what exactly they're doing? What did you tell them about? Did you tell them about what we're doing?
I just told her we've got people who are doing some information gathering.
Hold on. You told Daphne. You told Daphne, and by that way, Missing about what we're about to do in Hasmal.
Titian, I have to involve her. She's got just as much of a bone to pick with Aurora as you do, as any of us.
You told the person who is looking to. The person who is actively trying to destroy my afterlife our plans to overthrow this. You told them what we're doing.
All I've told them is we're looking for information.
What kind of information did you tell them we're looking for, Ianthe?
I didn't tell them anything more because I'm not actually clear what we're looking for.
Oh my god.
I wasn't actually paying that close of attention.
You weren't paying that
Well, I was looking at the shadows and they were kind of freaking me out, so I wasn't really listening to what you and Nizia were saying.
As I'm talking to Ianthe, I'm assuming I'm walking just down and back with. I'm still walking back with Grian.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna look at Grian and just like think about exactly everything we just talked about. She wasn't paying that close attention. You weren't paying that close of attention when we were talking about overthrowing the roar. You were focused on the shadows.
Yeah, did you see them? They were kind of freaky. Like, I tried to read their minds and I got nothing. I don't think they have thoughts. I don't think they have brains.
Ianthe,
What?
this is serious. I need you to be serious.
In
What
this moment,
did you
Ianthe,
tell Daphne? Exactly.
in this moment, you see a figure coming out of the tear that you're standing right in front of. For a moment, you see it's a female form, and you think maybe. And you notice the screens that the skin is a little greener. But it is someone that you... I don't know if you actually ever met this person or not. But anyways, yeah. This person comes through.
Yeah, no, I have not met her. Thank you, Kay.
Thank you, Kay. Oh,
Tisha, and I'll call you back.
All right.
Are you the sister?
I'm someone's sister, yes. Do I know you?
I am Serene.
A pleasure to meet you.
You see the face kind of fall. Oh, I was, sorry, I was speaking with Adim. I helped Adim,
Oh. Maybe you could help me. I need to go in there and I need to find someone. I need to talk to her.
I was, who are you looking for?
Her name is Iskar. I can't remember her last name. Valar, I think.
Val.
Val. Iskar Val.
Adim. Roll me an athletics check.
What?
Jack's back. 11.
Okay. You see Zareen kind of looking past you, Ianthe. Of course, yes, I would be happy to help you find.
Were you coming to speak with Adim? I apologize if I'm interrupting you. If you could just point me in the right direction, I'll get out of your hair. I should warn you, he's not in a very amiable mood right now.
Roll me a persuasion check. To put things in perspective at this moment, Zareen is aware of how important Ianthe is.
Yeah. I'm going to use that inspiration.
Okay.
Because that was a natural 1.
Okay, cool.
So, no. Yeah, that's way better. 25.
Okay. This moment of having to try to figure out against what she wants to do, which is to stay here and to talk with Adim, and her responsibility as who she is, and so you see that conflict, Ianthe. I'll say with that role, you see that conflict, and you feel like you might need to nudge a little bit harder if you think that. Otherwise, she's going to go with you. She's going to try to help you.
I mean, I've been there before, so again, just a point in the right direction. I'm sure I could. I know people in there. I just don't know my way around. And Nadim is back that way. I'm sorry. You look very familiar to me. Did we meet when we were earlier?
It's not important.
Oh. I don't know about that. I don't know anyone who's not important.
Adim hasn't said anything about me?
No, but to be fair, he doesn't really talk much, and he's also not happy with me. I'm not entirely sure why. Still figuring it out.
I will say, give me one more persuasion check. Okay. I'm going to say the DC here is going to be pretty high. She's pretty heartbroken. I'm going to say DC is 18.
Oh, no. DC 18. Okay. I got to roll a 9. Yeah. Natural 18 plus a lot. 27.
Good. I don't think I could take much more drama tonight. In my head, I was like, the drama of her leaving with you, as Adim approaches, is yeah, that's real juicy, but man, we've had a lot of that.
I don't want to do that to it.
God, yeah, that would have been rough. Like you said, I am. I am Adim's sister.
You're Adim's sister. Does that make you my sister as well?
It would.
Wow. It's truly lovely to meet you.
May I?
Sure, yeah.
And she gives you a hug, and I think, Adim, you're just kind of coming over the hill as you see this moment. Adim,
I approach without pause.
Give me a perception check.
Did you really? I don't remember that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Did you actually talk about Zareen?
By name.
That's incredible. I love that.
Like, I
Okay,
even-
good. Well, then
I met
I'm
one of
really
our
glad we didn't
sisters.
go down that realm.
Yeah, like literally, like I met one of our sisters. I met Zareen. Like I know I have. I know
That's
I
so
have.
funny.
I 100% believe you. I'm a ding dong. So
I can't believe I dreamed that. Like literally, anyway, but it's okay.
Good thing we went. Good thing we didn't go there. That's great.
Yeah.
Then.
What am I rolling?
Rolling perception check.
Perception. Okay. 16.
The 16, you see a figure just starting to come through the rift as well.
Good.
You're about maybe 30 feet away.
Okay. I don't break step. I don't do a double take. I don't do anything. I just keep walking to Zareen.
Oh, Adim.
Well, I'm glad you two finally met.
yes.
Ianthe, your words kind of catch in your mouth
Huh?
as you are facing that way and you see this car walk through. You see her kind of like come through.
Serena, I like turn my head a little bit. Excuse me, sorry. But I like don't take my eyes off of Iskar. It was lovely to meet you. To Zareen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Zareen.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
it's
then,
and that's not where the focus is right now. Yeah.
You.
Yeah. You go up to this car. Hi.
Hi. I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
I was coming to. I don't really know what I was coming to do, but I was coming to find you. You found me.
Actually, I was given my position back.
You were. That's fantastic.
If Adim can hear this, Adim would like to take Zareen and walk away.
Okay. You with that perception check, you also see that Iskar is kind of looking at you beyond Ianthe's gaze in that moment, and it's a very much a thank you look.
Mm-hmm. And I'll meet the gaze and just nod, but I'm trying to walk away to give them a moment and just maybe we could talk through this portal.
Yeah. Oh, you say that, and Serene goes, "No,
well, no." I'm like, maybe we should talk over here, and I point to the portal.
yeah. So let's just say you say through the portal because that's really funny for Serene. No, no. Let's sorry, let's go over here. And like pulls you away from.
Okay. Adim looks a little disappointed, but okay.
Yeah. We'll handle both of these moments in a minute, but we want to handle the Iskar one first. So Iskar and Ianthe. Listen, I'm sorry if I was not. I guess you kind of know why I was being hesitant on disclosing.
I should have known. But if I'm being perfectly honest, if you had told me that it wasn't allowed, I probably would have wanted you all the more. It's terribly romantic.
It is. Speaking of, I am to resume my post in the morning.
Good.
I believe I would like to give that first date another try, if that's okay.
I would love that.
Are you going to close your eyes this time?
Okay, just count down from 3.
All right. 3.
Primordial. If I hear her say that,
Yes.
I'm like, and take off on 2.
3. She
Mean.
looks at you. She gives the biggest smile because I swear to God, that's what I was already gonna do. It's amazing. 3.
And I smile like I'm not being mean. Like I smile at her like take off on 2.
Looks at you, Tina. 2.
Oh God. Just screaming the whole way up.
Zareen, what? Is everything okay there?
Between the two of them, I hope so.
I have a
I'd
gift for
really
you.
prefer to talk. And I just point to the portal.
Yes.
Is that possible?
It is. I just I need to be very clear.
Okay.
I spoke with Zajar.
I'm not surprised. He's your father.
In my opinion, he seemed to be dismissive at first in conversations surrounding in general. But I've known him for a long time. For what it's worth, I think that perhaps you're both misunderstanding each other.
Does she seem to have completed her sentence?
She's definitely waiting for a response, yeah.
Adim waits for a pretty long time because he's trying not to say things out of turn again. And he says, do you have a suggestion on how we can resolve that?
I do. But first, or second, I guess, I need to be very clear and honest with you. I am not supposed to have this, and neither are you. And she pushes something into your hand.
Okay. I'll take it. What is it? Is it easy to hide? Like,
you see it as a ring.
Okay. That's going to be a little rough, but okay.
This is a way for, no matter what happens, for us to communicate, and it is, and you see as she's kind of like waving to you, notice that she's actually also wearing a ring.
Okay. And I'll, just to hide that she's showing me the ring, I'll come closer to her because she's doing this. So that way.
She doesn't seem to be bothered. You like it being seen on this side.
Okay.
Now you kind of get the idea of like why she was like, we needed to handle this before going through. It is it's called the Katim Albar, seal of the sea.
Seal of the
Sea.
sea. I was like, Albad sounds very familiar because it's my name. But okay. So I want to make sure I heard that right.
It'll allow us to be able to stay in contact, but if there is a emergency, just find water, and the ring will bring you to us.
But we can also talk if needed without doing that.
Yes.
Is it any water? Because I kind of look at her, because we're both water genasi. Like, I could make water. Like...
I believe you need to be fully submerged. To talk, you can actually, and you see her kind of like take it. She probably has like some sort of magic in this way. So she like you see like she pulls kind of like water droplet from the air, touches one of them, and then speaks into your mind as you're holding on to the ring.
Okay.
See?
Okay. Dean looks slightly uncomfortable at first, but like he asked for this, so it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I will get in trouble if I am caught with this, as will you.
On this plane? No.
Why will I get in trouble there?
It's possible that Ashar wanted to give this to you himself.
I'll take your word on the previous statement and assume that's true.
Either way, it just would be best if I'm not supposed to take it out of its place.
So if I return there with you now, I should hide it or I should leave it here?
I would see no reason for us to be wearing the ring if we are together on the plane.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll put it safely in my pouch full of pebbles.
Okay.
Okay. I'll make sure to put it on when I get back. And Adim motions towards the portal. Like, can we go now?
She takes your arm.
Okay. I will go back to the Drowned Empire.
Beautiful. As you step through with that, we will end tonight's session. See you guys next week.